Jose Hernandez is an astronaut. That's just the reality. He is an astronaut. And rather than trying to defeat him, he is a Democrat on the issues. California Republicans are trying some seriously dirty tricks to hide that Hernandez is an astronaut from voters. Clearly, Lewis, this race degenerating into such nonsense that Republicans realizing that merely the knowledge that this guy is an astronaut would help him because the Republican candidate is so unqualified. And it's amazing what's going on. Law firm Bell, McAndrews, and Hiltach sued to have the fact that Hernandez is an astronaut kept off the ballot as his occupation. You know how very often on ballots it will say name of the person, occupation, a lawsuit to keep that off because of the positive effect it would have on voters. Attorney Charles Bell is the general counsel to the California Republican Party, and a Superior Court judge tossed the case out, and Hernandez released a video showing him working in space titled Jose Hernandez is an astronaut. It's actually a brilliant campaign, just saying, we're not even saying anything about this guy other than that factually he is an astronaut.
You know, I'm not going to lie, I'm definitely more likely to vote for the astronaut.
I have to admit it, yeah, same here.
Even regardless of party.
Howie Klein pointed out the importance of the story among Hispanic voters and says that this is yet another example of Republicans sabotaging themselves with Hispanic voters. We talked yesterday about the possible Marco Rubio effect on Hispanic voters. This is a big story, not only because of this particular case, but because as the Hispanic population becomes a bigger and bigger part of the broader population, appealing to Hispanic voters could be the demise of the Republican Party.
Yeah, and we also came to the agreement that we did not think Rubio as a VP pick would have any effect on the outcome of the election.
With the exception of Florida specifically, which could actually determine the election. I mean, it has the potential to swing the election.
It does have the potential, but I don't think it'll come to that.
Politically, so you know, Jose Hernandez it may be the kind of standard garden variety Democrat that the DCCC embraces, but the personal story is significant and it's undeniable, and Republicans just doing anything they can to keep that personal story out of the news. No surprise on this. I mean, are either of you guys surprised that they would try to do this?
No, and the interesting thing about it is that it's pretty clear based on what the Republican Party is doing to prevent this information from getting out that voters of both parties like the fact that this guy's an astronaut.
That's the thing. If being an astronaut only appealed to the Democratic base, maybe the Republican Party wouldn't care as much. But this is clearly something that has the potential to sway all voters, because we talk so much, Lewis, about why do you have to be either a lawyer, some kind of Washington insider, or a CEO or rich business person to become an elected official? What about more teachers? What about more scholars? And astronauts often having backgrounds in education or in science or research. This is the guy. This guy represents that alternative mode of thinking about politicians.
Hopefully he has his eyes on higher office, too. I mean, maybe if Newt wins by some miracle, this would be the perfect VP, because then they can start talking about the moon base again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only other thing I was going to say, Dave, is what you were saying about, why can't a teacher or an academic or a scholar be a politician? I think it's not that they can't, it's that a lot of those don't want to.
That's another issue.
Because the type of person that does that type of a profession isn't comfortable doing what a politician does.
Or it may just not appeal to them.
They're usually vertebrates. Yeah.
On the bonus show today, we'll talk about creepy humanoid robots. We'll talk about the connection between autism and bullying, and also a 10,000-year-old mammoth discovered. Lewis, I'm giving away free David Pakman Show t-shirts to anyone who signs up for a 1-year membership. It's going on a few more days. Go to davidpakman.com/spring. You have to know the URL /spring back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.